And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. It all comes down to this, and here it is. The number one with a bullet ugliest car on the lot. The Nissan Juke. Bookending a list of the lot's ugliest cars says something about my opinions on Nissan. I don't like them. Hey, you don't gotta share my opinion, but that's my opinion. Again, in a world of over-design, where each car company has its own sycophantic need to outdo the other with flash and flare, especially in Japan, Nissan is the guiltiest of them all. And they're not the only ones. If you scan the exterior details of Lexus, you'll notice a plethora of gaudy bits. Lexus cars look like the clay mold melted in the hot sun and they just went with it. But you get it past Lexus because your interiors are so gosh darn nice and your seats are like the most comfortable in the business next to Volvo. But Nissans, on the other hand, do not share Lexus's redeeming qualities. Yes, the Maxima was really fun to drive and comfortable, but that's why it was only number 5. Here in the number 1 slot, however, with no redeeming qualities whatsoever, is this mess, the Juke. The result of a marketing department gone haywire, or just one too many focus groups aimed at, like, what millennials want in a cool car. This, my friends, is an ugly car. It's so ugly it makes me uncomfortable to stand next to it just to film it. And then it stirs an emotion in me that can only be described as fiery rage. It gives me the same feeling as when a complete stranger sits a little too close to me in the hot tub at my local Y. Just as when said stranger attempts to strike up a rousing round of small talk. I'm here to relax. Please leave me alone. There is not one angle, one corner, one headlight that gets a pass. Because it's got not one but 2 sets of bug-eyed headlights. First, these squiggy things stolen from the retro gone wrong stylings of the 370Z, sitting way too far upright on the hood, worn like some sort of Nissan family crest. Then we have the bug-eyed bits, which when placed amid its dweeby downturned smiling grille, look like a chipmunk storing food in its cheeks for the winter, or more accurately, like this. Then there's the roofline, which continues the rake of the windshield beyond the windshield, and looks like that time you cut your own bangs and immediately regretted it. But also it's like, hey, why couldn't you just build the windshield to be 2 inches longer? Why are you depriving me of a more skyward vista? This corner, which looks like a bad day with the spirograph. Does anybody remember the spirograph, or is it just me? Am I dating myself? I digress. The point is, this car is full of whys. More specifically, this Juke in particular. Finished in sparkling cosmic blue, which when paired with the Juke's already unavoidable bulk, this head turner sends just the right message to passersby that you're somebody. And if that's not enough, let everyone know exactly whose Juke this is with your very own custom rear window name tag. Tovar? Jovar? Your name is Jovar? You're number 1, Jovar. But wait, there's more. No self-respecting sophisticate's personalized Juke is complete without this mean performance exhaust. Just listen to this sweet, sweet music. How many horses do you think this baby adds? This car also happens to be distinctively unpleasurable to drive. Keyword stink. Oh yeah, give it to me, Juke. But if I can find one redeeming quality in this car, which is slow, bumpy, loud, plastic, visibility's really good. Oh, also, it's cheap. And you got space. Yes, it's true, the Juke is cheaper than other cars in its class, which is subcompact SUV, in case you're wondering. It is spacious and somewhat versatile. It's basically a Versa Note on steroids, and I'm a fan of the small on the outside, large on the inside philosophy of the Versa Note. I don't like the Juke. I don't like the way it looks, I don't like sitting in it, and I don't like the build quality. And it made number 1 because it's guilty of not 1, not 2, not 3, but all of the crimes committed by the rest of the cars on this list combined, by which I mean it employs Nissan's philosophy of drastic over-design, which we've already went over. It's overly bulky and disproportionate, nothing to tie the room together, and no rhyme or reason to the unnecessary choices made by its designers. But it's a car with 4 wheels and a couple of seats and windows and a trunk. It'll last you long enough and it won't require a ton of maintenance. So there you go. They say automotive beauty truly is in the eye of the beholder. And yeah, maybe that's true. Or maybe there's no accounting for taste. But Who am I to decide? Who made me the judge? Nobody. Just because I think something is ugly doesn't mean it actually is. Just remember, one man's ugly is another man's beautiful. I got a neighbor with one of these Nissan Jukes, and every time he parks his car, he doesn't get out and look back at his car and go, ugh, puh, why? No, he gets out, he says, okay, I got a Nissan Juke, and he must really like it, so who's to say that his opinion is wrong? It is, but that's neither here nor there. What's important is that this video was completely useless, but you watched it. From Auto City in El Cajon, this is Ariel Levine. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Auto City.